The opposition needs to clarify how many members of parliament they have within the Kenyan parliament. Because William Ruto was giving a speech. And then, at some point, he had to stop because members of parliament were chanting two term.
Honorable members, this man estimates indicate that achieving
Did you see William Ruto cry, pause, as people were saying two term? Nevertheless, that was not the point of this video here today. In fact, what surprised me more is that the ODM team led by Osotsi came out of the National Assembly building. And one thing that he was doing, he was showing some dissatisfaction with what William Ruto was saying in the National Assembly.
I'm very disappointed with the speech because we in ODM expected that he will address the issues contained in the 10 points agenda.
In fact, he expressed some dissatisfaction to a higher level than I had expected personally. If you missed him speak, this is what he had to say.
We expected that he will give a 1 minute silence for Raila Amolo Odinga, who was one of the longest serving members of parliament and an important political figure in this country.
From what Osotsi was saying, there are a few things that I was able to borrow, and that's what I want to share with you here on this particular video. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. Ladies and gentlemen, I was able to observe very key things from Osotsi's speech. Number one, these people are yet to believe that Raila Amolo Odinga is normal. When you hear Osotsi speak, it is like Raila Amolo Odinga is in car and seated, waiting for them to go and meet him, probably later on in the night. He's speaking with some authority that is demanding William Ruto to do certain things. Ladies and gentlemen, it is high time the opposition now, especially the ODM team, accepts that Raila Amolo Odinga is no more, and right now they need to organize themselves, build themselves to be able to challenge President William Ruto. But without Raila Amolo Odinga, they are nothing. They need to now organize themselves and be able to get back to the people. Right now, William Ruto knows that ODM does not have the favor of the people because of Raila Amolo Odinga's decision to have a handshake with him. So he knows even if he does anything, there will be no sympathy from the public. Secondly, William Ruto is aware that the ODM team right now is divided into three factions. One with the broad-based, two, another one is neutral, three, there's one that is actually simply rejecting President William Ruto's broad-based and probably even threatening to leave the ODM party. So those three factions cannot allow the ODM party to come together and unite. The only option they have, it's an NDC, where everyone will be given a chance to contest for the party leader position. Like Babu Winu was indicated to do the same. But now, will they even be able to hold the NDC anytime soon? I don't know, but in the comment section you can let me know. So in a nutshell, William Ruto knows there are a lot of weaknesses within the ODM party, so they cannot scare him at all. He's prepared to face them. In fact, he has rubbished them. He no longer talks about broad-based government, because what was broad-based? It was Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto coming together. Now Raila Amolo Odinga is no more. What is broad-based anymore? Nothing. Now, what touched me is that now Osotsi came out to demand William Ruto to talk about Raila Amolo Odinga. That takes me to my next point. The opposition team, it is yet to come to terms that William Ruto has moved on from Raila Amolo Odinga. He's no longer there. He has moved on and on and on, and he has gone completely. If you've forgotten the ODM team, let me just remind you. The moment Raila Amolo Odinga died, on that particular day in the morning, William Ruto still had the energy, despite the news that he received Raila Amolo Odinga is no more, to go and sign 8 bills, ambazo most of them zinakandamiza mwananchi, especially those on social media like us. Ladies and gentlemen, that shows very well that William Ruto moved on from Raila Amolo Odinga the moment he received the news that Raila Amolo Odinga is no more. So when you expect him to come and give a moment of silence, how could you tell William Ruto to observe a moment of silence? Ladies and gentlemen, yet William Ruto had the energy to go sit down, take a pen, and sign 8 bills in State House minutes after receiving the information that Raila Amolo Odinga is no more. When the entire country is mourning, crying right, left, and center, William Ruto had already moved on. Read the mood. The ODM team, read the mood. Read the mood. The other thing the ODM team is yet to accept is that they are no longer strong. They don't have the energy that was there during Raila Amolo Odinga's time. And I think when I see Osotsi speak, it feels like we are the ODM. Yes, right now you can be the ODM. You could be having the control of Luo votes and stuff. But the fact is, William Ruto can be able to get some votes through the faction that as we speak right now is working with him, the likes of Gladys Wanga and the others. The ODM team therefore needs to sit down and accept Raila Amolo Odinga not being there. It's a huge setback for them, and let them get back to the line, organize themselves, go back to the people, or even join parties like Wiper, DAP, Jubilee, or any other party that might be created so that they can trace a new future for them. But if they're just going to keep on crying, showing how much they have been hurt by William Ruto, giving demands of March next year when they're going to see whether William Ruto is going to implement the 10-point agenda as they had agreed, it won't happen. Because if he did not do them under Raila Amolo Odinga's watch, then who is in ODM right now as you speak who can be able to instruct William Ruto on what to do, how to do it, and when to do it? I don't think that is possible. But in the comment section, you can still tell me, ladies and gentlemen, does the ODM party have the energy to face President William Ruto? Please, on the comment section, let me know. The other thing that I realized ODM team is not aware of, it is that William Ruto and his team are not in broad-based anymore. As I stated it earlier on this video, I said that Raila Amolo Odinga was the broad-based government. Without Raila Amolo Odinga, there's no broad-based. But I think even after seeing the signals, the ODM team has decided to be very ignorant. Recently, for those who missed, Cherargei Samson came and said that if the ODM team wants to discuss anything with President William Ruto or the UDA side, let them forget about the flag bearer position because William Ruto is there, and let them forget about number 2 because Kithure Kindiki will be there.
Sisi tuko broad base. Lakini kuna viti mbili hatuwezi ongelea kwa coalition. President William Ruto na Professor Kithure Kindiki.
So the only option that is left is the Prime Cabinet Secretary from Davadi, Speaker of the National Assembly, Speaker of the Senate, Cabinet Secretary posts, and many other positions within the government. But on that top seats was how. That shows very well that the team of UDA has made the decision that Watasonga Mbele Liwe Luwala, whether ODM wants it or not. That is a clear indication that they should really use to tell themselves now, come ODM to Jipange. And in fact, if you are very keen, the opposition team, they're supporting each other on various occasions, especially when it comes to the by-elections. But ODM is working alone at Magarin. Although I saw Amos Onikingi there at some point, but also I'm seeing the same thing in Kasipul. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's high time the ODM team wakes up and be able to learn the mood right now in the country. I think this should be the best opportunity for them now to join the opposition and say, this guy has literally refused to be with us. And then they probably push the agenda of opposition. And then in 2027, we get the 1.5 million votes from the Luo Nyanza. We join these ones of the rest of the country, like from now, Mount Kenya region, Kisii here. Then we go to places like Mombasa, Masailand, Ukambani. Then we are at 15 million strong to face President William Ruto. I don't know what's your take, but on the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, you can be able to inform me what you think about the opposition, especially the ODM party. But before you do so, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye. My name is Abel Mukwa.